On today's Star Wars Top 5 episode, we're counting down the 5 largest criminal organizations in Star Wars Legends. Hey guys, this is EckhartsLadder. Hello and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Top 5. Today we are looking at crime in the Star Wars galaxy and counting down the 5 largest criminal organizations in Star Wars Legends. Now, when I say criminal organizations, I'm not necessarily referring only to gangsters or thugs, but anyone doing anything illegal. This caveat applies mostly to the organization in the number 5 spot on this list, but we'll discuss more when we get there. In ranking these 5 organizations, I've looked at various factors, including resources, longevity, total members, the degree to which the organization is integrated into the galaxy's economy, and really, I guess, just notoriety. Coming in at number 5 is the Smugglers Alliance. Now, smuggling wasn't inherently a negative thing, and in reality, the Smugglers Alliance was often crucial to the various efforts of the New Republic. Largely because of that, I suppose, the Smugglers Alliance were able to operate illegally in certain areas of the galaxy, unmolested by the New Republic. Well, what's illegal about smuggling, you may be wondering? There are several things. Smuggling is often used to transport illegal items, whether illegal in the entire galaxy or restricted on a certain world. It's also used to bypass taxes and other regulations, and the main goal is to avoid the various laws and authorities put in place to regulate the movement of goods. So, by logic, smuggling is illegal, and the Smugglers Alliance was technically a criminal organization. However, again, as I stated, they were a positive force in the galaxy. After the death of Jabba the Hutt, there was an opening for new organizations to step up and fill the demand for smuggling and other activities that the Hutt had been provided. Talon Karrde stepped in, filled this void, and very quickly rose to extreme prominence within the galaxy. During the Thrawn crisis, Karrde reached out to many other smuggling groups within the galaxy, organizing the Alliance as a way to give them all a unified voice. In turn, the Alliance gained many members from across the galaxy and was able to wield a good deal of influence and power. It was especially useful during the Thrawn campaign and the Yuuzhan Vong invasion. Coming in at number 4 is the only exclusively Old Republic crime organization, the Exchange. The Exchange was one of, if not the largest crime syndicates in the Old Republic era, with its only real rivals being those that are placed higher up on this list. The Exchange was galaxy spanning, and based on what we see in Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, it seems like they kept a fairly major presence on most worlds. On the planets they were involved in, they typically control gambling, the trading of illegal activities, and more nefarious things like bounty hunting and assassinations. The reach and resources of the Exchange were so great that the droid boss of the Exchange's Nar Shaddaa operation, who often went by the moniker Godo, was able to effect significant societal and economic change on a stellar scale. The Exchange would be higher on this list, but sometime after Knights of the Republic 2, they became no more, whether they were disbanded, destroyed, or something else entirely. Coming in at number 3 is the Zann Consortium, a faction that first appeared in the Forces of Corruption expansion for the game Empire at War. The Consortium, as led by Tyber Zann, was most notable in my mind for its extreme military might. Zann had dreams of controlling the entire galaxy, and he constructed a fleet and ground forces which would help him do so. Although the Consortium did experience some setbacks, including when Jabba, perceiving Tyber to be a major threat to his power, had him locked up, they would also secure several major victories, most notably the capture of the under-construction Eclipse-class dreadnought. Along with this dreadnought, Zann secured priceless information along with billions of credits. He would later ditch the Eclipse, and something would cause the Zahn Consortium to fall. However, for a while they had a massive amount of power. Coming in at number 2 is the Hutts. Now, in reality, the Hutts were made up of many crime families, each which had their own motivations and power. However, they at times did work together, and it makes most sense to consider them as one giant criminal organization. Every single one of the groups so far had important interactions with the Hutts. The Smugglers Alliance came about because of the death of Jabba the Hutt. The Exchange was likely shut down by the Hutts as they gained more power, and Tyber Zann saw Jabba the Hutt as his main rival for much of his life. It's really hard to overstate just how powerful the Hutts were. They had whole sectors of space under their influence and control. Because of their vast resources, including a capable Starfleet even the Empire avoided interfering with Hutt holdings. The cartel existed for thousands of years and engaged in almost all possible types of business activity, both legal and illegal. The Hutts were so important that with the death of Jabba, who was the leader of one of the major Hutt families, a whole new generation of smugglers and other criminals rose to prominence. Although the death of Jabba was obviously devastating for his criminal empire, the Hutts as a whole continued to operate successfully into the Yuuzhan Vong War and beyond. Coming in at number 1 is Black Sun, an organization first introduced in one of my favorite video games of all time, Shadows of the Empire. That game features then Black Sun leader Prince Xizor as he vies to replace Darth Vader as the Emperor's right-hand man. The final mission of that game is an attack on Xizor's Skyhook, a massive Black Sun space station protected by a fleet. Everything I've said so far I think should give you a good idea of just how serious this organization was. Black Sun is basically like the Exchange had the Exchange never fallen. They do literally every possible type of illegal activity and have existed uninterrupted for nearly 4,000 years. The Black Sun would have had operations on nearly every major planet in the galaxy, with most operations having their own sub-crime boss. The scale, longevity, and mix of crime performed by Black Sun is, in my opinion, unmatched within the Star Wars universe, and for that reason, I give it the number 1 spot on this list. Those are, in my opinion, the 5 largest criminal organizations ever. Notably absent off this list is Zim the Despot and the empire that he created. In my opinion, Zim's empire was more of a proper government rather than a criminal organization, so for that reason I did not include it on this list. But let me know what you think. Did I miss your favorite criminal organization? Do you think I got the list just right? Would you change the order a bit? Let me know all of that and more down in the comments. Don't forget to also put your ideas for future videos. I love reading them, and if you see an idea that you like, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. As always, this has been EckhartsLadder. May the Force be with you.